How are we doing, guys? Oscar from All Leeds TV here to talk to you about Leeds this season so far. So, what would I rate the season out of 10 up to now? Probably a good 9, 9.5 out of 10. To be top of the table, albeit by just a point, is absolutely unbelievable stuff from us. We lost some key players in the summer, albeit we've replaced them, but still a really, really good season from us so far. Still a long, long way to go in terms of promotion, but 9, 9.5 out of 10 at least so far. Who's been the key players? Got to pick out 3 key players from this team so far. The first is Matthijs Klick. Absolutely unbelievable this season. He was last season, but last couple of weeks, since we played West Brom away from home, he's just stepped up another gear. Calvin Phillips in the holding midfield role, again, it's been absolutely immense. And the final person to talk about is the Spanish magician, that is Pablo Hernandez. One of the most creative, if not still the most creative players in the league. He's had to play a slightly different position this season, but he's done immense stuff for us. In terms of prediction, I think with the way the trajectory between us and West Brom has changed over the season. It's obviously been, there's been a lot of changes in leadership between the two teams. I think it is the two best teams in the league by far. I think we can win it. I do think we can win it. I think the big thing with West Brom is the players like Pereira, Hal Robson-Carnu. But I think we've got the quality to win the league. It's just we have to continue to produce these levels of performances. But at the end of the day, guys, I'm not really that bothered about the league. It's all about the top two. Norwich won the league last season, but Sheffield United obviously have done a lot better out of it. So, it's not the end of the day, the end of the world if we don't win the league. Just finishing the top two, that'll do me all day long. See you later, guys.
You're right there, West Brom fans. This is Billy from Besotted. I'm going to give you the lowdown on Brentford's season. 8 out of 10 I'm going to give it. We signed some great players in the summer. It was really exciting. It took a little bit of time to get going, but after that, honestly, we've been playing some great football, some fantastic football. You saw November and December, we actually upped our game. We came down to West Brom just before Christmas. Great game of football it was. We went 1-0 up. Probably should have nicked the game, but then you equalised in the second half and the draw was probably a fair result. But we were just playing, we were playing out of our skins around that time. We've dipped off a little bit since then. We've had a few injuries and that's kind of taken its toll, but still we're there or thereabouts. So I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. If we hadn't dipped off, it would have been a 9. Players to look out for, Ollie Watkins. He's unbelievable. We've swapped him off from the wing to the centre. He's scored 20 plus goals and he's probably going to be the top scorer in the league. So Ollie Watkins, there's no two ways about it. Also, Syed Benrahma, you've seen the flips, you've seen the rainbow flick, you've seen the double nutmegs that he does. He's just one of the most skillful players ever seen in red and white stripes as well. You've got to watch out for him. And also Brian Mbuemo, the third player of the BMW, as we call them. A winger we signed from Troyes in France. He took him a little time to get going, but there, he's big, he's strong, he knows how to score goals. He's a great, great player. Obviously, Pontus Jansson, defender, he was the key reason why we were the best defence in the league. He hasn't played for 6 weeks now, and you can see how we've tailed off a little bit, but he's a big, big player for Brentford. And also, Norgard as well, central midfielder, he's a great player as well. So those are the players to look out for the Bees. How are we going to do this season? I reckon the top two is already locked off. West Brom and Leeds have done enough to seal the top 2 places. But I think the third place is ours. We're going to pick up towards the back end of the season. That's my prediction. And fingers crossed, we'll get to the playoff final where we'll play our great rivals Fulham. And if in Brentford's last season at Griffin Park, we can go to Wembley and we can beat Fulham and we can get to the Premier League, how better way for us to finish off our era at Griffin Park, that wonderful, wonderful stadium. Good luck to you West Brom fans and hopefully see you soon.
To give the season a rating, I'd probably say about a 7.5, which, when you consider the fact that we're third, most people should really be happy with that. But the fact that we've got arguably one of the best squads in the Championship, but we're being held back by, not exactly the greatest manager or head coach, whatever his title is, in the Championship has been holding us back. Lots of inconsistencies. The fact that we haven't managed to capitalise truly on Leeds' breakdown, it's just a bit of a bizarre season and a bizarre rating for the fact that we're finishing, or the fact we're third at the moment. Key players, it's going to be cliche, but it's Tom Kearney and Alexander Mitrovic. All the play goes through Tom Kearney and all the goals go through Mitrovic. So any player, or any team rather, who manages to shut them down, keep them quiet, has a good chance of beating us, as a couple of teams have so far this season. In terms of predicted finish, I honestly don't know, because it's cliche, but the Championship is just so unpredictable. You do not know what is going to happen on a week-to-week basis. Look at us losing to Barnsley, Brentford losing to Leeds, Brentford losing to Luton rather, Leeds losing to Wigan. you just never know what's going to happen. So my only certainty is I think West Brom are going to run away with the league. I think that's pretty much safe. Then it's really a fight for, I think, between us and Leeds for second place. And I just think because of what happened last year with Leeds, I think they're going to sort themselves out. No more collapses. I think they're going to hold on. So I'd probably put us third and then hopefully crapshoot in the playoffs.
What's going on, people? It's Mr. Doranto, and I'm giving my review on Nottingham Forest season so far. My rating on Nottingham Forest season so far, we've done great as we expected. We're in the top 6. Would I take this? I would, but the season's hard. We've got to stay in that top 6. I think top 2 is out the window now. Leeds and West Brom are there, so if we stay in the top 6, it'll be an overachievement for our season so far. Key players for Nottingham Forest, it's got to be Grabbin. He's our top scorer with 16 goals. We've got other players like Thiago Silva, Joe Lolle. His season's been up and down, and even Abiobe, he's surprised a lot. He started a poor start, but then he's gradually got better. And player as well, Ben Watson. He had his doubts. Every Forestman had his doubts with Ben Watson, but he's picked up. He's only 35 as well, so even like players like Joe Worrell, Fekirito, and last but not least, our goalkeeper Bruce Samba. He's been fantastic for us so far this season, and he's a time like has kept us having 3 points so far this season. I think we'll finish definitely in the top 6. I think we'll finish third. I think we'll finish third. We've still got Fulham to come to the 6th round, but yes, I think we'll finish third and definitely in the top 6. Up the Reds.
Overall for Preston, I think it's been a really positive season so far. For us to be sat in the top 6 with only 10 games to go, I think that any North End fan would have taken that at the start of the year. So to be in the position that we currently are with a good chance of making it come the end of the season, I don't think that many Preston fans would have many complaints about that really. For our key players this season, my top 3 personally would probably be Daniel Johnson, who's currently our top scorer with 10 goals, been really influential for us. Patrick Bauer, who I think has made a massive difference to our defence this season, and also Ben Pearson. Ben Pearson's always going to be in that top 3. Fantastic at breaking the ball up and making us move going forward. But I'd also give an honourable mention to Declan Rudd, our goalkeeper, who I also think has been very good in recent weeks. As for our predicted finish come the end of the season, it is so close around the top 6. Like, there's still like probably 5 or 6 teams who could go ahead and sneak in there. We are currently the side who's looking to hang on. We've got a decent run-in of fixtures coming over the next few weeks where hopefully we'll be able to put a bit of daylight between ourselves and the chasing pack. But I'll predict us to just about hold on and finish in that 6th place, although I do think it will go very close.